At the beginning of this year, I opined on this platform that 2020 was going to be a decisive year in this country, politically speaking, and that key political players were going to make very tough and difficult political choices. And the choices are already being made. In January, President Uhuru Kenyatta embarked on a charm offensive tour of the larger Mount Kenya region. And during those tours, President Uhuru Kenyatta shocked Kenyans when he announced that he doesn't have a preferred presidential candidate in 2022. Basically, what the president was telling the people of Mount Kenya was that he was not going to support his deputy in 2022. And last week, the deputy president, William Ruto, was also very clear that there's a group of people in this country called the system who are out to do everything possible to ensure that they stop him. And he will not allow them unless wamuue. That was a heavy political statement, meaning the deputy president has also made the choice of running for the presidency without the support of President Uhuru Kenyatta. But that was not surprising. What surprised Kenyans most was the fact that over the weekend, the First Lady held the Beyond Zero campaign marathon. And William Ruto has always been a constant figure in that marathon. But for the first time, the deputy president was missing. And of course, his handlers were quick to deny that he was absent by design. But instead, he had a planned function in Meru. I want to tell you that was a decoy. If the DP wanted to be in Nairobi for that marathon and then head to Meru, he would have done. Because we remember that during Kenya's burial, the DP attended 3 functions. He was in, the deputy president was in Kiambu in the morning, then went to Nakuru for a funeral of Kipyegon Kenei. Then from Nakuru, the DP flew again to Meru, which means if he wanted to attend it, he would have attended. But we know and understand that the past 3 weeks has not been the best for the DP. But the shock, the real shock, came when Rachel Ruto failed to attend that event. From the day the First Lady launched the Beyond Zero campaign, one woman has always been by her side, Rachel Ruto. And the two are the real dynamic duo. I call them women of substance, the two ladies. But for the first time, Rachel Ruto was missing in action. So what political statement was being sent out between these two families? You might think it was just something. No. There was a political message which was being sent. And Kenyans pointed out this on Twitter and also on Facebook. Personally, I don't have time. I've argued severally that Beyond Zero campaign is a good initiative. But I have problems with it. Because there's no point of raising money when your husband is the head of state and presiding over a government which is looting money meant for healthcare. We have containers which were imported exorbitantly, rotting somewhere. But I know it's a good initiative meant to help the poor. But now back to the politics. Back to politics. Yesterday, the State House posted photos of President Uhuru Kenyatta meeting with governors from Rift Valley. That meeting took place on Monday. But the images were shared yesterday. And in that meeting, the deputy president was missing in action. He was nowhere to be seen. And Kenyans were quick to ask themselves several questions. What really transpired to an extent that DP could not attend a meeting between President Uhuru Kenyatta and the governors from Rift Valley? We understand that the president, when making the appointments of guys to spearhead the BBI campaigns in Rift Valley, he appointed opponents of the DP. Now, that meeting, before we go into why he missed, that meeting by the president has actually forced leaders from Rift Valley to embrace the Building Bridges initiative. Let me just show you what Kipchumba Murkomen posted on his Facebook page. So immediately those photos came out. This is what Kipchumba Murkomen updated. The Rift Valley BBI rally will be held on 21st of March 2020 in Nakuru and will be different from all others. We have agreed that all leaders from all the 11 counties will participate fully without party affiliation or mini factions. Each county will hold their consultations and we shall converge in Eldoret on 19th of March to have a harmonized document for the larger Rift Valley region. Consequently, we shall have a consultative meeting for Elgeyo Marakwet in Iten town this Friday on 13th. This process has my full endorsement, participation, and support. Now, basically, that's the impact of the meeting the president held with the governors from Rift Valley. And in my videos yesterday, I explained in details about that particular meeting. If you missed it, you can go and check. But why is it, what forced the DP to miss that function? I have 5 theories. Number 1, I think there's unresolved beef between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his DP. And that's why the DP did not find it fit to attend that meeting. And this is really taking this country down. And I don't know when the DP and the president will sit down and iron out their differences. Because BBI is a national issue. It's a national discourse. It requires the support of the president, the deputy president, and the rest for it to be embraced. And I know because the president is not supporting it, the allies of the DP will start supporting it. But I'm sure that one of the major reasons why the DP did not attend yesterday's meeting is because of those beefs. Remember, the DP accused Deep State. Who is Deep State? You can talk of Matiang'i, you can talk of Kibicho, you can talk of Nancy Gitau. Those are the people his team always mention. You can talk of Nancy Gitau, you can talk of Kinuthia Mbogwa. Who else? But those are employees, direct employees of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Nancy Gitau is not even a government employee. So they can't really stop or interfere with the DP unless the president supports them. So I think because the DP has narrowed down to those people, and those people have the full support of the president, including Kinoti, I think the DP is feeling, okay, I don't have time for you. So he failed to attend. Number 2, there's also the chance that the organizers of this meeting did not invite the DP to attend the meeting. I'm saying this because we all know that BBI, when it comes to BBI, there are 2 principles. There's President Uhuru Kenyatta and there's Raila Odinga. And the president emphasized that yesterday when he met the governors, that Raila Odinga is playing a critical role in that building bridges and they must support it. And we all know that the people who convened this meeting through State House are 2. There's the Lee Kinyanjui, the Nakuru governor, who will play the host, and there is Governor Tolgos of Elgeyo Marakwet. Governor Tolgos and William Ruto ni kama maji na mafuta, hawaelewani. So I don't know how William Ruto would have accepted an invitation from Tolgos to go to State House for a meeting. Maybe from any other person, but I don't think he would have accepted that. So I think maybe these guys realize that because this guy is not a principal in BBI, let's just go to the president directly. Because going to Raila Odinga would have meant different things. And as a matter of fact, last week, some of the organizers of the rallies, the BBI rallies in Rift Valley, were with Raila Odinga, and photos were circulated. So I think they don't want a situation where they invite Ruto and then Raila Odinga is out. So I think maybe these guys did not see the need of inviting the DP to that meeting. Number three, I think the governors also want to own this process. They can only be seen to be owning this process if they're given that particular mandate by President Uhuru Kenyatta. Assuming the DP was invited to this meeting, or he attended, as the deputy party leader, he would have gave several options. That, for example, let us use the MPs. Uhuru Kenyatta doesn't have time for the MPs in this country because most of them, especially the Tanga ones, are opposing him. And maybe the DP would have even recommended senators so that Senator Kihika and Senator Murkomen would take charge. Remember, Kihika was kicked out of presidential event last year. So what stopped them? Was it this year, I think, January? What stopped them from kicking her out again if the president was going to Nakuru, assuming the president will be making his way to Nakuru on 21st. So I think the governors were also looking for a way of owning this process. And because the president now was very pleased with them and tasked them to go to the ground and mobilize, I think the governors now have that bragging rights that now they are the ones who are going to control that particular meeting. Number 4, I think it's about the DP stand on the BBI. If I ask you, do you think the DP supports the Building Bridges initiative? In my view, I don't think so. He doesn't support it. He doesn't support it. He's been very clear. The DP was in Meru. The DP was in Central Kenya last week, accompanied by a huge group of people, including Girathi, including Moses Kuria, and the rest. And all these leaders were very clear that the Building Bridges initiative is something they are not going to support, because it is being spearheaded by Raila Odinga. Who doesn't know that the BBI is a project of President Uhuru Kenyatta? Uhuru Kenyatta made it clear that he's going to take responsibility for the BBI. Then here you are in a function with the people who are abusing President Uhuru Kenyatta. They abuse President Uhuru Kenyatta in the same function. Then they go ahead and rubbish his project BBI. Then you still expect him to invite you for a meeting to organize that meeting. It can't work. So I think the DP stand on BBI also was partly the cause of the reason why he was not invited to State House. And lastly, is Raila factor. If you invite the governors from Rift Valley, you invite the DP to State House and you leave out Raila Odinga, what message was going to come out? Yeah. Yesterday, photos after photos would have flooded social media from supporters of the DP. So I think they didn't want that. What about inviting Raila Odinga and William Ruto together to talk about BBI in Nakuru? Can it work? I don't think it can work as at now. It can't work. It can't work. So I think Raila factor also played a role. Because the other alternative would have been for Uhuru to invite Raila, but that would have meant they are isolating the DP. And because now Uhuru did not invite Raila, so at least nobody can claim that the DP is being sidelined in BBI. I don't know what you think. But from where I am, I think those are the reasons why the DP did not attend the meeting at State House. I don't know what you think. If you have a different idea, you can let me know. Or if you have a reason why you think the DP did not attend that event, you let me know. I'm trying to recollect where the DP was on Monday. I really still can't not very, I mean, I still can't place him in a specific place where he was on Monday when this meeting was taking place. Because, of course, there was no way a meeting like this would have taken place without his knowledge. The governors were invited, some of them are his close allies, probably sought for his opinion whether to attend or not, and probably some did not. Joshua Sang of Nandi did not attend. I still don't know why. The Samburu governor did not attend, but you understand, Samburu was clustered together with Masai. What about, I'm seeing people talking of the Trans Nzoia governor. I don't think he will attend this because he was clustered also with the Western. He attended the Western as VBI presentation as one of the organizers. I don't know what you think. But if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to take a second just now and hit the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, you get notified. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.